Alright, what's up YouTube? We are back. It's a couple of days after I wanted to actually make this video. I did actually fully make it, and I just was not happy with the sound quality, and I didn't want to upload something that I wasn't even happy with. So downside, this has been out for a couple of days. Plus side, I've actually played it a whole bunch since then. Whole bunch, relatively speaking. I mean, I'm only up to level 16, but hey, it'll give... I can give you guys a better opinion of this. And what is this? Well, it is the Necromancer character pack for Diablo 3. It is a paid add-on. It's not free, so we'll get into that. But before, I wanted to go on a little bit of a rant, so just bear with me. It'll only be maybe 4 or 5 minutes, I promise. And what is this rant? I didn't think I'd have to do this a second time, but hey, it's time for some more life advice. What's been getting on my nerves lately is negative Nancy's, if you want to call them that. It applies to work, it applies to personal life, it applies to gaming, it just applies to everything, and if you see yourself reflected in what I'm about to say, that's fine. It's just, at least you're admitting to it and you're recognizing it, and it's time to fix it. But what am I talking about? Let's take a couple of examples. So one example, gaming. I play a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, or at least I used to. It's kind of a little bit less now. The Operation Health is just not super great in my opinion. It's introduced more issues than anything else. That is another topic for another time. But an example of people just being negative idiots is if you're playing Siege. If you're the first guy that dies every single freaking round, shut the hell up and let other people play. I don't need you in my ear telling me how to play. All that's going to happen when you start doing that is I'm going to completely mute you, and most of the team is going to completely mute you, because usually I'm playing with at least 2 or 3 friends, so there's like 1 or 2 slots. If you're one of 2 of those idiots that won't shut up, we're just all going to mute you, and you're going to have a horrible experience. You can give constructive criticism, but don't be negative to other people. We're all different levels. We're all just playing a game. I usually play casual on top of it. If people are playing casual and you're not happy with their performance, go play ranked. It's just as simple as that, really. So that's one example. I don't like that. Don't do that. I'm just going to mute you. You are just a complete dillhole if you're the one kind of guy that's doing this. The other example is YouTube. I'm doing YouTube. I don't get paid a single penny for this. I don't get free swag. I don't get anything for doing YouTube. I'm doing this for my entertainment, for you guys' entertainment. And I know I've got a couple of subscribers. I'm not like obviously that high up in the YouTube ranks, but you know, I've got a couple of subscribers, and I get a lot of very positive, very good comments. I reply to everything. If you're the kind of idiot that is leaving negative comments, no matter what that is about, if it's aimed at me, if it's aimed at someone else that posted a comment on one of my videos, your comment is going to be deleted. I monitor all my comments, I'm on top of it, and I will reply. If you guys want to ask me any kind of questions, I reply to everything, and I reply quite quickly. I've gotten a couple of comments of people quite impressed that apparently I reply quite quickly, and I guess a lot of people don't. But yeah, I will not tolerate anyone leaving negative comments towards me or towards any of my subscribers or people in the comments. If you want to leave constructive criticism, if I'm doing something that I could do better, please feel free. I appreciate those comments.
I know it must
They're
be
just
more.
very few and far between.
The fisherman
usually what will happen is, for example, recently some guy was moaning that I'm not very good at guitar. I've never said I was good at guitar. If I'm doing a demo of a guitar and showing you guys the sounds, I'm just going to be playing a couple of chords because I think that's how the sound differences come out better. I'm not a shredder. My fingers don't work that fast. I have arthritis in my fingers. I physically just cannot play that fast. I do my best. I can play some difficult stuff that does impress some people, I guess. Anything by Metallica, In Flames, whatever. I can play all that stuff. It's just I'm not the kind that likes to show off, I guess. I can play some Dream Theater Hell if you guys want to see that. I'll do that. If I'm showing you guys the sound of a guitar, if I'm reviewing a guitar, I'm Personally, I don't enjoy reviews of musical instruments where the guy's just shredding for 20 minutes. I'd rather hear someone do a couple of sound samples, talk about the features, talk about what they like, talk about what they don't like, and that's the kind of videos I'm gonna make. If that's not your cup of tea, that's fine. You can thumbs down my videos all you want, I couldn't care. But don't start leaving negative comments, because I will delete them, and like I said, and if you continue, I will just simply ban you from even being able to access my channel. Because again, I'm doing this for fun. I'm giving you guys free content. If you appreciate it, cool. If you don't, move on. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm sorry. But there you go. Anyway, now that that's over. So anyway, lesson of the day: don't be a fucking dillhole. Diablo 3. They finally released a character pack that's been advertised for a while. People were kind of rumoring it would come out in closer to like Halloween or September. It's out. It came out this past Tuesday. What did it add? Well, it added a character, the necromancer. I believe it also added, and let me go and find it. It added these skeletal kind of wings of the Crypt Guardian. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, okay? I haven't played this in probably a year and a half. I've been waiting for the Necromancer to come out before I played. It added a pet. I have no idea how you... Okay. And I think it added a Necromancer character portrait frame thingy. So I've got a little pet. I'm guessing it does not do anything whatsoever.
Thank you for helping me fight
the necromancer himself.
To contend with evil is the essence of what it means to
I
be
am honestly finding very, very OP. Which, if you guys played Diablo 2, necromancer to me was super OP in Diablo 2 as well. It's continued. They made quite a few changes. We can go over the skills here. I just unlocked a new one. Curses the area. I will probably equip that, but not yet. So what do you get? You get your starting spell, which is Bone Spikes, which is basically an area spell. It does not cost any mana to cast, but it does generate 24 essence. Essence is what you use to cast your higher damage dealing spells. It's mana, let's just call it mana. So Bone Spikes will generate very quickly. I think at level 2 you unlock Bone Spear. Bone Spear costs 20. It will basically summon a projectile. I can't cast it right now because I'm out of essence. I wasn't paying attention. But it's the Bone Spear that was in level 2. It deals 500% weapon damage. And I currently have a rune on it that makes it deal even more damage when it goes through enemies. So every time it passes through an enemy, it gains an extra 15% damage. So that third enemy is going to be taking 530 weapon damage. Just got another, it launches a razor sharp teeth that deal 300% weapon damage to physical enemies. Interesting. Let's just go through all the skills. So Bone Spikes, I showed you guys that. You've got another one here that generates as well. It's Grim Scythe. I don't like it because, to be honest, it does as much damage. But, like it says, you're just swinging a scythe in front of your character. So that arc, you're going to hit all the enemies, you're going to generate half the essence. And I just prefer spikes because it's doing the same amount of damage, but the spikes you can do from quite far away. Siphon Blood, another one, it'll generate some essence, it'll get your health back. I'm not using it because even though it does double damage that the other two do, it generates less essence. It's targeted on one single enemy, and honestly I don't need the healing that it gives because I always run with a bunch of life-stealing equipment. Bone Spear that we saw. Skeletal Mage, it's I think that was in Diablo 2 as well. You can summon a bunch of skeleton mages. I don't think there's a limit except for your essence, but they only last 6 seconds, so I'm not too fond of it. Death Nova, which is basically that poison nova that unleashes from the character. That was also in Diablo 2. 350 damage within 25 yards. I don't have it equipped. I prefer the Bone Spear because it does 500 instead of 350. Corpse Explosion, again from Diablo 2. Corpses on the ground, you target one, it'll explode, does 350 damage to all enemies, 350% within 20 yards. Corpse Lance is the one I'm using, and you can probably see why right here. 1,750% weapon damage. It's just one character to one enemy, but it's 1,750. That's great for bosses, that's great for unique mobs and so forth. Devour, you can consume a corpse, it restores 10 essence per corpse. That also was in Diablo 2. Revive. Again, from Diablo 2, you can revive enemies you've killed, they'll fight for you for 15 seconds. We'll see when I get there. Command Skeleton, instead of having to raise your skeletons individually, this one you just get, and it costs you 25 essence, but it's a passive skill. You raise skeletons from the ground every 2 seconds for a max of 7 skeletons. They only deal 50% weapon damage, but you get 7 of them. So, you know. And it doesn't cost anything. I guess it costs 25, I think it costs 25 essence when you flip it to active. All the active skill does is it commands the skeletons to run to a specific target. Command a golem, again, passive. Cooldown 45 seconds. So if your golem dies, it's going to be 45 seconds before you get another one. Same thing as Diablo 2, you get a golem. It's passive. You have a flesh golem that fights for you, 450 weapon damage. And same thing, you can command him to the targeted location. It'll collapse into a pile of 5 corpses. You can then use that to explode the corpses. I don't really use that, I just like having the golem. Army of the Dead. I'm not quite sure what the difference is going to be with Army of the Dead and Command Skeletons. We'll see when I get there. You have to be level 22. Land of the Dead. Again, I don't have that yet, but all corpse skills can be used at will. Yeah, okay. So I guess you can summon... I don't know. I'm probably not going to use that. Your curses, like in Diablo 2, decrepify. Crippling, so it slows the enemies, and they do 30% of their normal damage. Leech causes target area, cursed enemies, you get the health back. Not really interested. I'll probably equip it until I unlock Frailty. Frailty is more the one I used in Diablo 2. When curse that kills enemies with less than 15 health. So basically it's going to help you kill enemies faster. And more skills! Bone Armor, also from Diablo 2, obviously Armor of Bone. Bone Spirit, also from Diablo 2. Looking forward to that one, because as you can see, 4,000% weapon damage. Blood Rush, shed your mortal flesh and teleport, basically, right? So you're going to lose 5 health, but... Simulacrum, you create a duplicate of yourself that lasts 15 seconds. So we'll see, but right now I am, like I said, finding the necromancer very, very super OP. Your passive skills, Fueled by Death, consuming corpses increases your movement speed. Consuming corpses has a 20% chance to spawn health globes. Consuming corpses, I think, means any skill that, like, corpse explode the bone shards and everything, so extra health globes. Increases your armor 100%, reduces by 10% for each active minion. Obviously not super effective for me because I'm running skeletons and the golem, and I have the Templar with me, so that would mean I'd get a 20%
I do not
armor
understand
boost.
how evil walks
Bone
in
Prison,
the day.
Bone Spear, Bone Spikes, Bone Spirit all have 30% chance to trap enemies, so you get it as a passive instead of an active. And then a whole bunch more that I'm not there yet, so we're not going to go through all those. There we go. Let's just play for a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean by the fact that the necromancer is super OP. This is a brand new character. I'm only level 17. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty that I possibly can right now, which is hard. I cannot raise it any higher. So let's go ahead and just beat this mini-boss, and I'll show you guys how freaking OP the necromancer, whilst we're just randomly playing, we'll keep talking about it. Like I said, it is a paid... it's a paid DLC. It's not free. Should it have been free? Meh, I don't know. It is expensive for what it is. It's just a new character. Granted, you get new videos, new voice acting, new everything. I don't think it's going to add any new quests or pieces to the game. They're also forcing you, apparently, to have the expansion.
This is a matter of honor now.
To even be able to buy the necromancer. So if you only have the base game right now, you cannot get this without first buying... I don't remember what the expansion was called, but the first and only expansion that's out. I don't know how much that costs right now, but necromancer alone is going to cost you an extra $15 a
Hello, Wanderer. I sell quality potions and dyes at a fair price. Have a look if you like.
You sell crap. Yeah, so $15 USD for a new character for a game that's been out for a while now. I don't mind paying it. Necromancer was my favorite character, and it's going to get me to play this game a whole bunch more again. But it is expensive for what it is. I think it would have been more palatable, if we will, had it come out at like $5, maybe top $10. $15 is a bit steep for what this is. But if you are a die-hard Diablo fan, if Necromancer was your favorite character,
bode well.
it's what you're going to be paying right now. $15.
That is not possible. I'm afraid not. I need essence. The grave beckons. My power has grown.
Alright, boss fight. Let's see how quick we can do this.
Please help me. It's horrible. She sucks the innards from her victims. Oh, no. No. It's too late. I hear her. The Spider Queen is coming.
Spider Queen? I need a corpse. No.
I used it this time because... Let's use these guys, actually.
That is not possible.
There you go. That almost 2000% weapon damage with a decent weapon is kind of ridiculous. So there you go, I'm doing like 258 damage per second times 2000. But there you go, Necromancer. Is it worth it? Your call. A lot of people are going to say no.
Thank you.
Hell no.
Can you please leave this
because of the
horrible
price.
place?
It is quite steep for just a character, to be honest with you guys. You're paying $15 for just a character. But up to you guys to judge. I'm enjoying it. It's getting me to play the game again. I haven't played this in probably at least a year, like I said. It is a steep price for what it is, but we'll just leave it at that. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys approved of a little bit of a rant there. I do them when I gotta do them. So anyway, hope you guys have a great weekend. And there you go.